You're listening to a Canadian Movie Crew production.
I can't have two guys who look like they eat steroid pancakes for breakfast, turning my island into Beirut. You want to tell me why the Yakuza want you dead?
Our father was murdered. Was it hit and run? I don't think so. Whoa. They tried to kill me.
Okay, split up. You guys look like The Rock screwed himself and had twins.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Season 15 of Film Studies. I'm Derek, and this podcast is old enough now to not think the other girl podcasts have cooties.
And I'm Mark, and I'm just studying for my virtual driver's test.
So today we're going to be in our main event. We're going to take a look at The Wrecking Crew.
Yeah.
Which came out on Amazon Prime, I believe.
Yeah. A Prime exclusive. So
but
funded by everything that I'm shipping to my house for. Yeah,
exactly. But before we get there, let's do a little bit of cleanup. Have you watched anything since we recorded our big year in review show?
Not really. There hasn't really been that much to check out in my books. No. The one thing I've been checking out over on streaming has been Starfleet Academy over on Paramount.
Okay.
So yeah, it's the latest offering from the Star Trek universe. It's at a school, so completely different from the other series. Like, generally speaking, as you know, Star Trek, they're in a ship, usually the Enterprise, and they go out, have adventures. Or in the case of Deep Space Nine, they're at one spot, but trouble comes to them, and they have to deal with it every week, right?
Right.
So I would think that this would be more of the Star Trek Deep Space Nine type thing, where they're at one location, trouble comes to them. Well, it turns out the trouble is usually just inside the school. And they do have access to a ship, so they do go out and get into some trouble, so to speak, a little bit. This is the show, the one with Becky Lynch from WWE in it.
Oh, really?
She's only in a couple of episodes. She plays a seasoned officer, so she's not part of the school or a teacher. But when they do go out on the ship, there is a crew, and it's not the students yet, right? So,
right.
Yeah. So
she's not taking orders from these students, is she?
No. If anything, she would be in a position to give them, because she has a rank. Like, she's an ensign, but she's still a ranked officer.
Right.
Whereas the kids aren't. So if they were on the ship and everyone else was gone, Lieutenant Becky Lynch or Ensign Becky Lynch to the rescue. No, she's a lieutenant. Sorry, she's a lieutenant. Okay. Lieutenant Y.A. That's her character's name. Yeah.
Naming conventions in Star Trek always surprise me.
Yeah.
Isn't there Yar?
Yeah, there was a Lieutenant Tasha Yar. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Was there a Lieutenant Yahoo? Is that
Yahoo? Oh, seriously? Really? Yeah.
They weren't as racially sensitive back then. So
they were surprisingly racially sensitive. So
okay.
That's true. That's like one of Star Trek's things is
that's
speaking to first interracial kiss on TV, stuff like that. So so it's been interesting overall. I'm not ready to kind of give an overall ruling on it yet. I'm only a few episodes in, so
okay.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But it's been kind of an interesting start, but it's weird. I'll leave it with this. It's a little weird in that it's like the kids are going through Star Trek school. That's a reference. I would expect of it. No, but like, it's not like here's how to fire a phaser. It's more like, here's a reference to a thing that the viewers probably already saw, but you as children are going to learn about. Like, here's a character.
So is this in the future of the future?
Yeah, like they did a really good episode. I will say this, a tribute to the character of Benjamin Sisko on one of them.
Okay.
Which Avery Brooks, retired from acting, stuff like that, but he was a hell of a captain back in the day. So, he doesn't act anymore, but the guy who played his son is still around. I guess I'm spoiling stuff, but he makes an appearance, and it was really nice to kind of see that guy that we saw as a kid, now a grown ass man, kind of come back around and be able to keep adding to the franchise that he was a part of for quite a few years, actually, back in the day.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, I saw a couple of things. I'm trying to get through The Housemaid with
Okay.
Sydney Sweeney and I can never remember her name, the one with the eyes.
Well, Sydney Sweeney and the rest. Oh,
They both have the eyes.
Amanda Seyfried.
Amanda Seyfried. Um, I'll give it this. It jumps into it quickly. I haven't finished it, so can't really judge it. But it's the whole hand that rocks the cradle. Mom is jealous of the nanny type thing, and
Oh,
they start
nice.
off as
Okay.
best
Yeah, yeah.
friends, and she quickly turns, and apparently she's nuts, and I haven't seen the end of it, so I don't know what the resolution is. But
Okay, okay.
um,
I've been meaning to check that out. It looked pretty fun.
I did check out the new Muppet Show. Have
And
you seen that?
not yet. No.
Okay. With Sabrina Carpenter. It's To be fair, it's not. I mean, it's good. It's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's great, but then again, most of the time, most of the original Muppet Show episodes weren't great.
No, they
You
were
know what I
just
mean?
they were they were like a steady good.
Yeah,
If memory serves, I enjoyed it, but I wasn't like blown out of my seat. It was
yeah,
just like, oh, that was fun. Like we had some laughs.
yeah. It's a formats there. You have the opening number, you have the closing number, you have backstage skits. The one thing I did like, and I saw a review of it that I really like the way he put it. They don't inundate the show with Pigs in Space and Muppet Labs and the newscaster and all of the nostalgic bits that people
Oh
would
yeah,
be clamoring for. They hold off on it, which is good, right?
yeah.
Because if this does take off, which it will, we'll get to that in a second, but
Mm.
I'm sure it will. Then they have somewhere to go, right? They haven't just burned all of their nostalgia bits in the first episode. I did have to get used to the new voices
Oh, new voices. Yeah,
because Jim
yeah,
Henson's dead. Most of the guys that have done the voices are either dead or retired.
yeah.
So Fozzie sounds different, Miss Piggy sounds different, Kermit sounds different, Scooter sounds different. Um,
Is it just people doing an imitation? I guess so. They would have to be.
kind of like they
Like,
sound similar, but they're clearly not the original voices, which you can't expect them to be. I know, but
no, but at the same point, they're not bringing in like Sam Elliott to play Kermit all of a sudden.
no, they're not stunt casting it. No. But the one thing that I loved watching the reaction the next day, because I'm sure just like you, as soon as you go online in the 3 or 4 weeks prior to the show, or even a couple of months, new Muppet Show, new Muppet Show, new Muppet Show,
Oh
new
yeah,
Muppet Show.
yeah.
You're
It
just
pops up
inundated with
every time I open up
ads and
Disney Plus. Yep.
just ads and pop-ups and commercials and everything else. And then the show happens, and then everyone's like, big success. Well, I'm like, no fucking surprise. Like, duh.
Yeah.
Like if I went out if I put out ads in my hometown and said, I'm going to be at the corner of this and this, I'm going to be giving out $100 bills for an hour. And then I come back and go, huge success. Oh, well,
Yeah.
no
All my
shit.
100 bills are gone. Yeah. Imagine that. Yeah.
Like, I gave away all my $100 bills. Well, no shit.
Well, no shit. Yeah.
Like, okay, yes, people love the Muppets. People want to see the old Muppet Show. We've been clamoring for that for years. Make a new version of the Muppet Show. How hard is that?
Yeah.
You have Sabrina Carpenter, who is going to attract her fans as well as perverts. And then you have Seth Rogen, and you have all the characters, Kermit and Fozzie and Statler and Waldorf, Miss Piggy and Scooter and everything else. And it's what they want. And the one thing I will say was really cool. This doesn't spoil anything, but the audience has humans.
Nice.
So the audience is a mix of Muppets and humans.
Oh, good. Good.
Which is, I thought, a really cool update.
And
So-
probably is going to allow them for some fun guest stars that can't that won't do it, like, or they don't do like a full episode. You could probably have a Paul Rudd just come in
I
and just
was
pretend to
wondering if
be.
there was someone there. I need to go back and look because I thought I'd recognize somebody, but I couldn't tell who
Yeah,
it was. And it's very quick too. So
yeah, but that's the thing. They could have really quick drop-bys, like,
yeah.
yeah, it'd be like all of a sudden there's Christopher Lloyd and the two old farts just,
Mhm.
jaw jacking. That'd be fun.
Well, like Maya Rudolph does a cameo. She starts in the audience.
Oh,
But
there we go.
But she has a bit, like she's included
Oh,
in the show.
sure,
I just want to
but
see if there's someone there that is kind of a name, but it's just there, just
yeah, for
maybe a
some reason,
feature.
yeah, like Chris Evans is just sitting there clapping and doesn't do anything. Like he's
Doesn't
just
do
an
anything,
audience
doesn't
member,
draw
like,
attention.
just having a good time at the show.
Yeah. Yeah. I figure like all of the Seth Rogen guys would do that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Jay Baruchel,
Michael Cera,
Michael Cera, yeah.
Rudd, the aforementioned
Rudd,
Paul Rudd.
probably.
Yeah.
So that's that. So I highly recommend seeing that. That was a lot of fun. So there are a couple of trailers that we should bring up. Number one, we were talking before the show. Spider-Man Noir just recently announced.
Yeah. Sort of surprised this is live action, considering the animation roots that this character, like, I mean, the comic book roots is where it started, of course, but really kind of took off with animation and Nick Cage lending his voice to this darker, noir character kind of thing.
Yeah.
And nope, they're pulling the plug. They're like, not pulling the plug, sorry, they're pulling the trigger and going full live action, if the trailers are telling me anything here. So yeah, that's a little surprising, but a welcome surprise, I think. Like, get them while you can, right? If we're going to do this, like, if we're going to do this seasoned, grizzled film noir detective type story with a guy who can, swing from buildings. Okay, let's do live action. Why not? We can now.
That's the thing. Like, you got Nicolas Cage, so I'm in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what's this? He's a noir detective, but he's Spider-Man.
So yeah, it's definitely, multiverse type stuff, right?
No, I get that, but
yeah.
I just don't know how this character's supposed to work.
Well, it would be set in probably like a 40s type setting, right? So you're going to have low tech, you're going to have the older cars, no cell phones, probably.
I get that.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure they're just going to lean right into this isn't Peter Parker. This is Ben Reilly, which is an alias that Peter has used before. In fact, his clone took on the name Ben Reilly for Uncle Ben, and then Riley being Aunt May's maiden name.
Okay,
is where the name comes from. Yeah, so she was May Riley. So Ben Reilly is an assumed name, but except in this universe, that's just the guy's name, and he's not some teenager just trying to get through college and like girls. He just grew up to be a detective, I guess.
Yeah, I know, but I guess my thing is, like, does he swing to where the clues are?
Maybe. Like we might have a mix of like him, like during the day he's taking taxis, and at night he's swinging from.
Like, does he swing from building to building, land, and then pull out his notebook and pen and start writing things down? Yes, I see that happen.
I bet you he will. I bet you he will.
That's so weird. I don't know.
He's going to narrate the entire time. You know it.
That's another thing too. Nicolas Cage looking old in this trailer.
Yeah. Finally starting to show his age, I think.
Jeez.
So. Well, I mean, let's see. When was he born? A little while ago, I guess.
Well, I mean, considering he was in his 20s, late 20s, early 30s in the 80s.
Yes.
So that was 40 years ago. So he's probably looking down the barrel of 80.
1964.
1964.
Everyone get your calculators out.
22 or 82? 22. 82?
No, 62.
62. Right. Yes. Sorry. Wow, my math is off. I'll check it out.
Oh, absolutely. Just tell me when.
I don't know when. But you can find that.
Yep, I'm looking for that. Yep.
Now.
So it comes out the same weekend as Mandalorian and Grogu. Or around the same time. Yeah.
But it's TV, so.
That's the other thing. It's not getting a theater release. It's on Prime. Like, that's the part.
It's MGM Prime Video.
True. Okay. So
Sony it is Amazon. Okay.
Sony had a deal with Netflix, and now they don't anymore. They got a new
Well,
deal, and maybe their Netflix deal is over. I don't know. This could be the start of a brand new day. Maybe MGM, Amazon, is where this stuff is going to land. Sony
Maybe.
doesn't have their own platform, so they are, free to make deals with whoever they want. Did Netflix sign an exclusive deal for all of the Spider-Man property? Doesn't look like it. Otherwise, why would they have this? Could we see the last of the Into the Spider-Verse series, because we still need a part 3? Could that end up being
You do.
on Amazon? Or is this just a one-off that Sony didn't want to do, said no, or Netflix maybe didn't want to do it. They said no and said, fine, shop it around. We don't care.
It's going to MGM Plus. So it's going to be, and Prime Video.
Yeah.
And it's going to be released in both a black and white and fully colored version.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
So that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Really leaning into the film noir of it all. Well, when you got noir in the title, I guess you got to lean in.
I'll have to be very careful which one I'm downloading or streaming. So, but let's get to the big one for you and I, at least, coming out this year. We got a trailer for Masters of the Universe. And
yes, because the Super Bowl failed to give us a trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu. So,
well, it didn't give us a trailer. It gave us a commercial for it.
It gave us a commercial for a trailer that.
Did you get it? It's a parody.
Yes, it's a pair of Tauntauns doing a parody. I know that it's not getting in the Star Wars community. It's not getting the best reception. They're like, really?
No, because they wanted a fucking trailer. That's why.
And it's like, okay, so why are you just making them like a.
Well,
it's weird.
Also,
like, okay, I don't want to take it too seriously, but at the same time, it's like, okay, well, this is a bridge too far. Do you see what I mean? Like, you could have just given us a trailer with some cool stuff.
I agree with you, and I can understand how the fans would have wanted a trailer over some stupid parody of a Budweiser commercial. I get that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not going to stop you from seeing it, is it?
And it's not inviting me to see it any more than the trailer already did.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, but Mark, be honest, and I've said this before, any Star Wars movie doesn't need a trailer. It just needs to have Star Wars movie, just the name, the logo, and then coming date.
Yes.
And that doesn't matter. And Star Wars fans will buy triple the tickets and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so that was not for the Star Wars fans. That was for anyone, to try and get anyone else who might be watching football to be interested.
That's true.
Potentially.
That's probably true.
Right, by parroting a Budweiser commercial.
Yeah.
Right? They're trying to reach out to Joe Sixpack, so to speak. Yeah.
But let's get to the Masters of the Universe trailer, because I know I think you have some reservations as much as I do. I will say this. Everything looks great.
Visually stunning, yes.
Yes. But, Mark, go ahead.
He doesn't spend any time on Earth. He
No.
never has.
Yeah.
And according to this trailer, that's where we're going to meet him.
Yes.
That the viewer is so dumb that we cannot fathom another world until we are handheld and walked over to it and say, see, this is like Earth because it has air and ground and gravity, but things are different. Sorry, we had to walk you all the way over that. Apparently, your little pea brain couldn't possibly fathom that a guy from another planet is on another planet.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, from what I gathered, they're going with the Queen, Marlena, who is from Earth,
that
in canon.
Yes.
Sent her son to Earth to protect him from
Skeletor.
I assume Skeletor.
Yeah.
And they've hid they hid the sword on Earth as too.
I guess so. Yeah.
So that he wouldn't prematurely become He-Man, and then when it's time, he becomes He-Man, and I guess Teela takes him back.
I guess, goes to fetch him.
I guess Beastman shows. We see in the trailer that Beastman shows up. So maybe they come after him first, and then he finds this. I don't know.
It might be one of those things where Skeletor's quote unquote finally learned the location of the Sword of Power, and then sends his minions to go get it. That does sound like an episode of the show. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
in principle, but I
You and
mean,
I lived through the 1987 version, and we don't want to see fucking Earth in this movie. I get it.
He-Man never lived in his mom's hometown. Okay,
Yeah.
like that, like he didn't like
Look,
that's
look, King Randor, I keep a place in New Jersey. Why don't we
yeah.
just stash him there?
She was an astronaut, so highly paid. I'm sure. You know what I mean?
Probably.
She might maybe we're her place is in Cape Canaveral or something like that. Like maybe
Yeah.
that's where we're gonna see Beastman in Florida. You know what I mean? Like
She's gonna flatten Miami, just down the road in Orlando, maybe.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But, well, Beastman summoning a bunch of gators or something like that might be
You
fun.
know, if he was living in Florida, that would explain the mullet.
that would. So now we've got to see office life for the master of the universe and commuting and technology, how far it's come and everything
His
we can do.
pronouns, he, him.
He, him, yes, which people are taking like
Fucking went nuts over.
Oh my word, that is so dumb. The reaction to that. I'm sorry to judge y'all, but that's
It's just a
a
joke.
joke, man. The fact that the guy, is going to be he, man, and he has pronouns. Ha ha ha. Now you've wrecked the joke by thinking it's serious. I'm sorry. This movie will have a talking cat in it. Okay, like you don't need to get all uppity about a joke about pronouns. You know,
There's a guy named Fisto, like
Ram
Man.
Ram Man. Yeah, exactly. Man at arms.
So
yeah, which by the way, didn't know Idris Elba was going to be Man at Arms, and I fucking love that. That's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that, man.
I like a lot of the casting. I like Alison Brie as Eva Lynn.
Oh, so good. Yeah, I can't wait for that.
I don't mind Jared Leto as Skeletor. We'll see.
I want to see what he can do.
Our friend KMA, he brought up one good point. He says, I assume that they get off the Earth in like 20 minutes, and it's not that much of the movie anyway, so I'm not worried about that. He says the one thing that I'm concerned about though is Skeletor did not talk in that trailer.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point.
He says Skeletor has to have the voice.
Yes. And so what did Jarrett do with the voice?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good point.
So I was like, oh, okay. I said, ooh, that's a damn good point.
If he can't do anything close, I hope they got a voice double.
I don't care who does it.
He's got heavy prosthetics and stuff, so I'm sure they can actually pull it off.
I'm sure it'll be ADR anyway, but it's not going to be like Franklin Chella in 1987, you know. He's not going to have to speak through the prosthetics. It's I assume it's going to be ADR'd anyway, but as long as it doesn't have to match exactly for me, years of having my childhood resold to me in new packaging has taught me to not expect what you've had in the past.
Yeah.
Transformers.
Yeah.
You know, big G.I. Joe, everything. It's never going to be the same. So you have to expect change.
Yes, I know, but at the same time, some of them, I'm not saying this one's doing it because I haven't seen the movie yet. I'm not judging the whole thing. I haven't seen. But for some of them, they make them almost unrecognizable. Every once in a while, you get one that's just, you're like, why did you buy, like you just wanted the title. Yeah. What the hell are you doing otherwise? You know?
I would point to Gem and the Holograms for that one.
Gem and the yeah, exactly. We've seen them come and go on this show.
Yes, I've seen Gem and the Holograms bite me.
We did it for the show.
We did it for Or Is It? But I saw it in theaters.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Like, hey, The Rock's in that movie. Fuck off.
They're already talking a remake of Harry Potter. So how different is that going to be?
What?
Oh yeah. I've heard full on. They're looking at all the kids that are out now, who are the aged actors now. God, it's been 5 minutes since the originals came out, so we got to do a remake. This is one of the quickest turnarounds I've ever seen. And I don't know who's calling for it.
I didn't even make it through the full series last time.
They didn't even finish their other series, the Fantastic Beasts.
That's because it bombed.
Yeah,
the first one did well, but the sequels bombed.
So now
terribly.
they're going. So now they're going to go back to the well and try and drag some more money by just recasting and redoing everything again.
Let it die.
You know, Listen, I actually liked the Harry Potter series. I thought there was a charm to it that was captured back then, which is not that long ago. So why fuck with it?
Why fuck with it?
Yeah.
I've always said, if you're going to remake a movie, remake a bad one.
Yeah, make it good.
You know what I mean? Make it better.
Yeah, why don't we have like Chris Hemsworth starring in a new Chud movie or something like that? You know, and make Chud a thing. Like just
you know. Like we're finally going to get what looks like a good Street Fighter movie.
Finally, yes. You know, yeah, we had an okay Mortal Kombat movie.
We had a pretty good Super Mario Brothers movie. They just realized fucking animate it.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed that. So I mean, yeah, finally we got that. So there's you're right, great examples of where it's going well, and not necessarily. You know, remaking Masters of the Universe. Well, fucking don't fuck it up. Like, that one that deserved a remake. Harry Potter doesn't need it. It did really, it was good the first time around. Like,
it's a multi-billion-dollar series. Just the movies alone. Plus, you've got the theme parks. You've got all the add-ons, all the costumes. People fucking
the
playing
book sales, of
Quidditch
course.
in college.
It got a whole generation of kids reading again.
Yeah.
It really did. Just like Lord of the Rings did back in the day. Like when my siblings
were but the kids that got into reading with Lord of the Rings were punished because they had to read Lord of the Rings.
True, but they wanted to do it. Between that and Dune,
that's a tough series to get through.
Yeah, that's why only one of my siblings ever did it. You know what I mean? Like she was the only one that had the dedication. Yeah.
It takes the fucker a page and a half to describe a tree.
Oh, and don't forget about the songs, which I totally skipped all the time. I did read it all. Yeah. Well, kind of. I skipped all the songs. I'm like, yeah.
Was he singing about girl? Okay, fine. He's singing about a girl. Good.
Oh, no. I love the Shire. I love the Shire. I love the Shire. Okay, yeah. All right, now they're back on the road. Let's go. You know, like.
This is the Hood Rat Recap.
We got a great show for you.
A podcast about the best bar band in the land, man.
The Hold Steady
of the band that you love, we love.
We do this because we love it, but we also love that you love it. And if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here.
I could talk Hold Steady all night.
This is going to be a lot of fun.
The Hood Rat Pack has assembled.
Kevin is whatever. Kevin, how you doing today?
Stage right, Mike on the mic, and Heart. That majestic noise can only be the unified scene's very own King of Queens, Gasper.
Gasper, why don't you tell them where they can find us on social media?
Best place to find us for our social media or pretty much anything Hood Rat Recap podcast is our link tree, which is LINKTR.
Well, let's get to it. Let's get to our main event.
The Hood Rat Recap.
Taking a look at a little movie that dropped on Amazon Prime called The Wrecking
of the news and reviews.
I'm Gasper. That's Mike. That's Kevin.
Probably could play He-Man now.
And all you guys and gals. We are
like at least the transformed He-Man. And this was kind of the draw for me because
two guys that could have played
these two together
back in the day, you know. If
but
that's true, yeah, body doubles.
This is Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa in a. Let's face it, it's basically a buddy cop mystery.
This is the Vin Diesel and Rock I didn't know I ever wanted.
They're half brothers, sorry, but it's them mending a relationship and reliving their relationship after their father gets killed by the Yakuza.
Yep.
And they have to uncover this. Spoiler alert! They have to uncover this big conspiracy where the governor and the richest guy on the Hawaiian island wants to make a casino. So and I guess his dad is going to blow the whistle off it, and yeah. It belongs to the native Hawaiians.
In which gambling is illegal in Hawaii, so that's why it's such a big deal. And they also want to take a whole bunch of land that people are. Yeah. So it does have an element of a story of a native struggle versus expansion and gentrification, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, right? For Western expansion and you know. Yeah. I liked it. The action was really fun. Seeing these two guys throw around a bunch of shorter dudes is kind of fun. and the stuff they were able to do with the size differences between these two behemoths and their opponents was really cool. I was surprised Batista didn't have more fight scenes, but the ones that he were in were great. There's the one kind of a hallway-esque scene that we see behind a glass door, like a kind of a frosted glass door, where he's basically going from right to left on our screen, and it's a hallway fight right out of like Daredevil or something like that, and it was really good, really well choreographed. Like everything just went off so well, and it was just it was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Momoa both kicking ass and getting his ass kicked. The hard drinking, depressed guy, like he was like, I really like the characters they made. They played to these actors' strengths. Like, sure, Momoa could have played the straight-laced, haircut G.I. Joe, and Batista could have, played drunk detective.
Yeah.
But it was, I think, way better to have a stiff upper lip Batista playing the tight ass, the guy who has the discipline, and has it together, but can still.
This movie
will
itself,
still
when you look at the
render
plot of
you a
it
new
itself,
one
it's very
if you
basic.
try something,
It's formulaic. It's the buddy
and
cop.
then Momoa with the comedy chops,
the
playing
team that doesn't work together,
Yeah.
but then works
What'd you
together
think
and
of
they
that?
work out their problems. They have a fist fight halfway through the movie, and then they get together, and something happens that brings them together, and they go
Yep.
out to kill the bad guy. But it works. It's almost mystifyingly so. Jason Momoa, like you said, a lot of great lines. I forget where they was. One of them is like, "Hey, discount John Cena." It's always like the nicknames he gives people. Fat John Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, if you don't like the F word in this movie, don't see it, because they drop it probably close to 200 times, and
Fat
everybody's
John
dropping
Cena.
it.
Yeah.
Everybody's
the fat
dropping
shaming though from Momoa.
it. You're right. The action scenes were unique.
I do not.
There was one that's a little crazy. We'll get to
Everybody's dropping it. I think the kids drop it at one point.
But you're using a lot of things that you don't see a lot. The Yakuza, you don't see that very often. They do get used in movies, but not very often. Not as much as
but
the Russians or the Italians or, Yeah. I like the setting of Hawaii. I like them using. If there's one culture that I'd like to experience
like if you're
most, it's
if you're
the
watching
Hawaiians.
more Hong
Because
Kong
they have the
flicks, I'm sure
deep-seated
the Yakuza are all over the
traditional
place.
Hawaiian culture, but it's not religious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Like they have the traditions of the family and respecting your elders.
Yeah,
and
they
everything
respect
else.
they
But they're not
respect where they
dicks
live
about it.
but at the same time they'll
Cough,
pick up a cell phone.
Christians, cough,
You know what I mean? Like
cough.
they're not
I mean-
against modern technology. Like,
Some, not all. Some, I should say. Yeah.
No,
Plus, I want to go to Hawaii. So
no, but everyone seems so nice, respectful. I'm sure you've got your, like in every culture, you've got your assholes and ne'er do wells. But
like you said,
by
the fight
and large,
scenes
it
are,
seems well, of course, yeah.
the fight
But
scenes
by
are
and
fight
large,
scenes,
seems like a
but
rather
they're
welcoming
unique.
culture. Like it's everything's good
They're shot
until it's
well.
not. But then we'll deal with it.
I think the stunt team does really well. And like, when Jason Momoa and Batista are beating up small little Japanese guys,
Yeah.
God, it's so much fun.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just want to go back to that River City Ransom beat 'em up style Double Dragon from Nintendo and it's just beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up, and that's all you want. And here's another good thing.
They're just
villain's
throwing
just evil.
these guys around. It's funny.
The villain's he's just bad. There's no tragic backstory. He's not trying to take over Hawaiian culture because a Hawaiian man stole his mom or whatever. Hawaiian guy beat him up in high school and took his girlfriend or whatever. He's just a dick.
It's the plot. No.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's cheesy. And it's cliche, but
it's the
fun.
plot of Superman 1. It's a land deal that, you know what I mean? That instead of one Superman, we need two Supermen to take him down. You know? Yeah. And that's
they
it.
stay
He's
within their
just
own
a
lane.
greedy dink. Yeah. It's a nice kind of shortcut. It doesn't they're not saving the world. They're saving they're saving their world, which is just, it makes it feel just as, it makes it feel just as big though. Like they're trying to save part of Hawaii from this evil dink. It's not a blue laser in the sky that's trying to destroy the world. It's the stakes feel as big because it is important. We find out it's important to our main characters, you know, and even their support and their community and everyone that's important to them loves the land.
And this one, I thought it was
not want this, and they're trying to stop
and
from
you know
happening.
what? Those two are badass
and
enough,
it's a lot
and
of
they're
fun
good
along the
enough
way.
actors.
Like a really fun
I
action
think that's what
comedy.
helps.
I haven't seen one like this in a minute. John Cena's been
developed their
putting
own
some of these
character,
out,
and I
which
don't
has
want to
been
get
fun.
too much into the plot because I do want people to see it. But there's some things I want to talk about in kind of a non-spoilers kind of way. But the one thing I wanted to introduce on this show going forward is I want to make a magic bean counter. So we talk a lot about how there's in movies, sometimes you just got to swallow the magic bean. And these are things that happen in the movie that if you just want to, if you just want to get through it, you're just going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to swallow the magic bean and go. Sometimes there's too many magic beans. I want to find out what that number is.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect example. Okay. Right.
Okay. Now can we more define magic bean since you brought it up? So, for example,
I think that's something that
one.
Magic beans are
of
more
the universe. We just
isn't
talked
that
about the trailer,
convenient,
right? He-Man starting on Earth. Is it a magic bean that they can get back and forth easily, or is it just a
for
thing?
example,
or is that just a thing you accept?
in the latest Jurassic World, the Jurassic? What was it? Jurassic World Rebirth.
Okay.
Well, it's ridiculous
that's the thing, right?
that a guy was eating a Snickers bar in a clean room, drops the Snickers, and it happens to go into the clean room door and just so happens to fall in front of the door's suction valve, which sucks it in and just happens to set off a chain of reactions that sets the holy fuck offosaurus free and starts the whole movie. That has to happen. Yeah.
And starts the whole movie, really.
Yeah.
Okay. So, by comparison, He-Man
and in this movie, there's not a whole lot of magic beans.
That's just the
not
table
right away.
stakes. That's just sort of there. It's part of the buy-in. Okay.
Their dad
versus
sends Jason
magic
Momoa
wrapper that kicks off the whole movie.
And when he goes to Hawaii, he doesn't receive that package. His ex-girlfriend goes to his house to get his mail, finds the package, and brings that package to Hawaii. Inside the package is a plot device that helps Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista put together what's going on. However, they don't know how to use it. Right? They don't know how to use it. They don't know exactly what it is. But Magic Bean, his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, who happens to be in the truck with them, happens to have a job that knows exactly what this is and can walk them through that with such ease, too. It's like, oh, well, this is this, and you just need to do this and this, and you need this 12 things and blah, blah, blah. And then Batista pulls out a piece of paper out of his pocket and says, these 12 things? She goes, yep, that's it, blah, blah, blah. There you go. Magic Bean. Yes.
Well, everyone but Momoa in that car is a magic bean because you also have Jacob Batalon, if that's how you pronounce it.
Is that a magic bean?
The man in the chair, famously from Spider-Man. being
No.
able to,
No.
I should be able to get in. Click, 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 click.
Is that
click.
a
That's
magic bean?
usually
Though?
a magic
Because
bean
they
right
set
there.
him up, and I guess that's my
a couple of clicks of the
Is
keyboard.
they-
No mouse. For some reason, mice.
Well, but they
Mice
set
are
him
not,
up as the
used
go-to.
in-
He's the
in movies for
nerd.
some
He's the
reason. It's
guy.
more-
He's the
it's
he's
type,
the
type, type,
he's
type,
the
type. I'm in.
catch-all, right?
Like the suppose.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so that's table
but this
stakes.
is the one thing that he doesn't know how to do. Ergo, you need the girlfriend.
Yeah.
The other one is
he's
during that
I know a
scene.
guy.
There's a chase, and there is a particular vehicle that is chasing them, and I have to say the special effects in this scene, the CGI was not great. I don't know if you noticed it in this particular chase scene when the bodies were bouncing around and the vehicles were bouncing around. It looked fake, like Spider-Man running rooftop to rooftop fake. You know what I mean? Yeah, they do try to hide it with a lot of quick cuts, but I did catch a couple of things. There's a couple of magic beans in here. Number one, the girlfriend knows how to drive like she's Vin Diesel and Fast
it
and
happened
Furious.
pretty fast. I didn't really clock
Right.
it. Maybe on another one.
Yeah, she automatic action movie driver, despite the fact that she hated how Jason Momoa drove a motorcycle back on the mainland.
yeah, she's an action movie driver. Yeah,
but she's like I don't like what you are. You haven't grown up. You're just out there fucking around, and then she's driving like it's fucking.
no, I don't
position,
think that was her problem with him. It wasn't driving a motorcycle.
Reference. But then, like I said, there's one vehicle that's chasing them, and Batista shoots it
like she's fucking around
down. I'll say. And it it falls at such a speed that it almost catches up with their van over an extremely long distance that it should not be able to come that close to killing it. You know what I mean? So that when the crash happens, it just so happens to happen in the most perfect of venue.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm talking about, right? This is a magic bean. Come on. Yeah. Okay. But okay. Spoiler. It's a helicopter.
Okay.
That helicopter
I would
falls out
say
of the
magic
sky
bean or
for a
action
long
movie trope.
time.
And I've seen that
in
one
a
a few more than once
horizontal
for
way.
sure.
Like it falls
I've
more
seen that magic
horizontally
bean
than
a couple
it
of
does
times.
vertically. It's a little ridiculous. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
It crashes for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. Like this one,
it's a bit long. The crash is a bit long, and we've seen them where the crash comes to an end, and there's a chopper blade that's pointed,
and still spinning, even though
and it comes
wouldn't
right
happen
to the
because
person's
you're hitting the
throat.
ground.
We've seen that,
Yeah, but they're on the ground, and that should be happening. It's like, okay, magic bean. Fuck off.
Yeah. Of course.
Like I know, like I said,
you have
in
to.
every movie.
Why
there's
have a
magic
chopper if
bean.
they're not going to spin?
I just throughout the course of this year, I'd like to see how many magic beans can go into a good movie, and how many magic beans does it take to make it a bad movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, did you have any others in this movie that you could think of? I know I'm springing this on you right now, but
Yep. Yeah. How many's too many? Magic. Yeah. I mean, it's tough because still trying to get a handle on what you're saying is a magic bean, so to speak. But because there's a lot of conveniences, like the opening fight scene with Momoa and a couple of guys.
I think they set that up that he's a drunk. So
yes, this would be reasonable. A guy who's down in his luck. This would be his apartment. Yeah. So of course there's liquor bottles everywhere for him to smash on these guys' heads. Is that a convenience or a magic bean? You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Usually the less magic beans.
He's a big time drunk. He's drinking throughout these entire movie.
I just had those three.
Yeah. Not really. And I think that's part of what I like about this movie is that it doesn't have a lot of
But like things like at the end of the movie, there's a standoff between
right
Jason
because
Momoa and the
everything just
bad
sort of
guy,
makes sense in the story, like a
and
detective
you're
story.
led to
It's just you're
believe
just
that Jason
following
Momoa
clues, and it's not
dies. And
convenience.
nope,
It's just the clues from the crime scene.
because of course not.
You know,
Exactly. That's not a magic bean. It's predictable, but it's not a magic bean because
that's action
yes,
movie stakes. That's that's not a magic bean. No,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, and they even set
yes.
up how Batista is able to easily save him. That
Although
it's
Jason
what he
Momoa is under there
does.
for a long time,
You know, like it's part of his training is underwater. So
and he's knocked
he
out too,
he
which I
gets
never understood.
past the I stayed
If you get
underwater too
knocked out
long,
and you get flung underwater, you can still breathe
which is my
in
pet
movies.
peeve. But he doesn't. He's under there. I said Batista gets
There you
the
go.
pass. I didn't say everybody does. I didn't say everybody gets a pass. Yeah.
There you go.
Or you just instinctively stop
Yeah.
breathing for the right amount of time, but you don't drown. You don't break. You're not unconsciously
Yeah,
breathing
for-
and
for
taking in
sure.
water. Apparently, I
For
don't
sure.
know. I've never been knocked out
Yeah,
and flung into the
absolutely.
water.
Yeah, me too. and I
Knowing
drink twice
knowing
a year.
myself, it would more likely be passed
so-
out drunk and falling in water. But still, neither has happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I drink more
Yeah.
than I fight. I'm just saying. You know, like so. Which one's more likely? I'm just saying. You know. There you go. Yeah. So we're both more likely to fall down drunk in the water and see what happens. Yeah.
Yes.
But no, but
Yeah.
that's the thing. They do a good job of setting up like, okay, Batista, when we meet him, is training underwater, so it just makes sense that he can be the guy at
The
the
one
end
thing,
to
another
go
thing I
into the
liked
water
about this
to
movie is the side
the rescue,
characters
right?
were used well, specifically
Momoa,
the wives.
You're right. He's well, I was Aquaman,
Okay.
so I'm
The
fine.
one
You know
thing
what I
I'll
mean?
say is
I
like
guess.
at one point they do become the damsels in distress. They do get captured, and when they're set free,
I want to
more
talk about these
recent
ladies.
movie
Yes.
history would
Go ahead.
have them maybe save the day or join in on the fight when it doesn't make sense
Yep.
for them to do so. It wouldn't make sense for them to do so in this movie, and they don't. They save themselves. Yeah.
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 But
Go be the hero. Go get the bad guy.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Which I think
you're
is
right. At the
both
same time, it's
progressive
no,
enough
we've got this.
to
Like now that we've
not
you've
be like, oh,
loosened
they're
us
just
from our
damsels
chains,
in
we
distress
can
and they're
find our
useless
way out.
women.
We'll
No, they
manage.
actually
We'll
do
get
help
by whatever
themselves,
obstacle.
but they don't overtake the hero, which I think is happening a lot lately. You know what I mean? You want Jason Momoa and you want Batista to be the heroes, so you don't want their wives to take over.
Right.
Yep.
I do. So if they've set up these fights. Yeah,
No.
they've set up these fights with these bad guys that the ladies throughout this movie have not interacted with
Yeah.
at all. So it doesn't make sense for Marina Baccarin to fight like one of the Yakuza guys when
Go
they've
ahead.
set up that Batista is going to, really doesn't like this guy. That kind of stuff. Yeah, so it's stuff that makes sense. And so sorry, let's go back a bit. We'll go back to I don't know, I'm talking about going back to the 80s. So this scene, right? Hero runs in, damsel or damsels in distress are tied up. He defeats the thugs, frees the women. If it were the 80s, one of two things would happen. One, there would have been extra time where he would have escorted her to safety and then gone back to get the bad guy. Or two, she would come along and now she's just in distress the entire time. He's shooting, he's punching, he's kicking, she's screaming and cowering in the corner. It's one way or the other. Either escort her to safety or escort her far enough for her to be like, you stand over there, I'm going to go beat up this bad guy over here and finish the movie, right? It gets to more equal ground where now you would see, you did see, there was like, okay, if one of the two was incapacitated, the other rescues, they both go and kick some ass. Usually there's a female, villain and a male villain in those tropey we're talking like late 90s 2000s where now everyone's in a fight. Yeah, this one expendable. Yeah, exactly. If there's a female hero, there's a female villain, so they can beat the shit out of each other later, right? So cool. This one, it kind of blended both. Like you could see a world where, hypothetically speaking, if Marina Baccarin and Roy Mata Fox, I don't know who she is, but I want to talk about her some more. If they were the heroes of the movie, if they were playing, half sisters, and it was a detective story, and they just happened to be married to these beefcakes that really have nothing to do with the plot, or say like a Paul Rudd and Zach Galifianakis are the husbands. I don't know, like two guys that are not, big giants or whatever. You could see a world where this same scene goes down the same way, just roles reversed. The ladies are after the bad guys. They free their dudes. The dudes say, "We got it," and they run, and the ladies go and finish the movie. You know what I mean? You can see a world now where the genders could switch, and it would go down pretty much the same way. You know what I mean? Like, yes, thank you for helping me pass this thing because I was tied up and I couldn't get out. Now that I'm free, I'm out. I got this, right?
Yeah.
And now it's like it doesn't matter who's behind the microphone. I might be going too much into this, but there's an equality to this that I really like.
But it doesn't overshadow the fact that the two, like Batista,
a little bit of the flavor.
They were the ones who were wrong.
There were stakes, right? They were going to kill these people that our heroes loved, so they had to do something.
Yeah,
and that's the end of it. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Roles reversed. If it were the ladies that were wronged and they were the ones pursuing justice this whole time, then okay, the guys would be freed and they would just leave the movie, and the girls would continue on to finish the movie and beat the bad. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I'm just saying it. You can see where it would happen both ways, and I think there's an equality to that too that I really like. But it adds stakes. There's flavor, and you're right. It doesn't take away from our heroes; it adds to them. Yeah.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah, Roy Mata Fox. I don't know. I don't think I've seen anything she's been in other than this. Why aren't we seeing more of her? She's fantastic, and she. Yeah, I thought she was great, and I'm not just saying it because she's an attractive woman. I'm just saying like her character. She had a great character. Her character moved the story along. She was a side character. She's the one who gets the brothers together. She's the one who,
to me, she was an instrumental
helping them
side
through
character.
their shit. You know what I mean? Like she's
I would,
and
I liken her to
reconciliation.
If you remember back
of
to
these
Fat
two
Man,
brothers, and
to Mrs.
I think
Claus
she has a fantastic character. She's
not a big character. She's not a main character. Not one they spend a whole lot of time on.
Yes.
But what she does in that movie to get the main character to the part that we need him to get to is very important.
Yeah.
And she does it well. And Roy Mata does that in this movie as well. So.
Yeah, absolutely. She's a great character, and she does a great job with it. She's very, head on her shoulders kind of thing, but you can see that like how she's also the caring spouse.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, she's not the wailing.
I found that very funny. There was a couple of running jokes in this one, and it was
like stereotypical.
The brothers
not
are
even that, but like the nagging wife. She's not the nag. She's a real person. She's not just one thing.
So like Batista's wife has never even talked to Jason Momoa, yet she's the one that calls. She goes, "Hi, I'm so and so." He's like, "Okay." He's like, "I'm your brother's wife." Okay. Like, okay, why are you calling? Like, and that happens again later on when Valentina comes over. She's like, "Oh, you're Batista." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, Jason Momoa's ex. Nice to meet you. He's like, "Yeah, nice to meet you too." Like there's sort of that dichotomy, which is subtly funny, which I appreciated because this movie has a lot of great comedy moments in it, and they're all blatant comedy moments. But I'm always a fan of subtle comedy. So when that came out, that really helped.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah.
It's a little relatable for me. Like,
Yeah.
I've got decent sized family. I've made
I'm
no
not going to
bones
invest my
about it. I've
time
got
into you until you spend some
a
time.
decent sized family. I got 5
Not yet.
siblings.
You've got
So
a
I've
couple of
met,
months yet. So
the sister's new boyfriend. It's like, okay.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hi, I'm Fred. Yeah, okay. You know what I mean? Like, well, let's, not yet. Not yet. Yeah.
Just
You
fill
got
out
to
this
invest the
questionnaire.
time,
If
not
it
me.
matters,
You
I'll
know,
look over it later.
yeah. And the clock starts
Yeah.
now. Okay.
I'll put it in my
Let's see.
temporary save
I'm not,
file.
and that's not a commentary on my sisters. Sometimes these things just don't work out. You know what I mean? Yeah. Put it in my inbox,
I thought you would say that about
Yeah.
the governor.
Yeah.
Boba
Romina,
Fett. Yeah.
sorry, Morena Baccarin. Not enough of her in this movie, I don't think. Oh, I love the
Okay.
governor. Yeah, Tim, Boba, Django. Yeah. And they brought him back again to play Momoa's father-like figure, just like in
I think it's
Aquaman.
just
He
easy to
plays
buy
he
them
plays
as
Aquaman's dad. Yeah, Tamira
as
Morrison
father and
back,
son, or
and
at
he's
least
a
related.
father-like figure. I think
Which is really amazing,
it's close
too.
enough that these two
Because
have
Jason
scenes together.
Momoa
I'm
is
like,
actually
well,
from
okay,
Honolulu,
we're just Aquaman
but
again.
Batista's from
Like,
Washington D.C. Two
as father and son.
further apart
It
you
is.
cannot be. Yet I believe them as half
Yeah,
brothers.
it was great seeing Tim. Yeah.
Now that's basically because Batista's had so much tanning done. It's kind of like a permatan.
Tamira Morrison's from New Zealand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did too. Yes.
Oh, I'm sure he spent a lot of time in that area, at least in the sunny areas where he can get tans.
He spent
And I did
some
appreciate the
time.
wrestling
Yeah. He
moves in
spent
their
some
fight
time down there
halfway through
before
the
they
thing
were
in the
shooting.
ring,
I think
which
to get himself a
Magic
yeah.
Bean. No.
Yeah.
Obvious
Exactly.
cliche Rain. Yes. You know what I mean? But close. But I mean, we're fucking close to a Magic Bean there.
Oh no. That's a trope.
Well, I mean, it's like the lowest point in
Yes.
the movie. They're coming down. They're revealing their
Trope with
trauma
a
to
good.
each other. They're both sad and depressed.
I mean,
They're
we're talking.
fighting each other, and
good
they
guys
realize
have to
they
work out their
don't need to fight each
differences
other, and they're
through
sad and
fisticuffs.
they're
That's a trope.
traumatic.
That's a trope. That's not a magic
Blah
bean.
blah blah, and it's raining on top of it. Like, yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
Magic Bean's so close to Magic Bean, but and Stephen Root, this movie too, was the police detective who I thought
To
from the
hide their
beginning from
manly
the movie
tears,
was in on it. What, Detective Dauterive? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. As I was going to say, as you know what? I'm not going to say what I was going to say. All right. No. I'll tell you off air. But yeah, as his character was interesting because he's the cop
I kind of
who
thought
accepts that things
the
are
longest
crooked.
time I thought he was in on it.
He might not be explicitly crooked himself, but he knows he's seasoned enough to know when to look the other way.
I thought
even though he
there
doesn't
was a
want
trifecta.
to, but he
I
knows
thought it
he
was
has to.
the villain,
And he's just sort of
the
accepted it.
governor, and the police chief.
Me too. Yeah, I honestly thought that we were going to get
Right.
like
And only
FBI
two of those three
windbreakers
were
all
wrong,
over this
so.
place to finally finish it.
Yeah.
Which would make sense in a movie like this.
And there was a couple, and they played it well too, because when he,
because there's
Jason
a murder
Momoa
and it
first
looks like a
talks to
cover up.
him,
Oh no, it was
Jason
a hit and run,
Momoa
hit and
walks
run,
away.
hit and run,
You can see in the background that
so you need
pulls out
someone
a
to toe that
phone,
line. If you've
dials
got
the
a
number
detective in your pocket, then
for the camera cuts.
there
You're
you
like,
go.
oh,
Easy
okay,
fix,
he's
right?
going behind his back and trying to stop him. And then later on, there's some information that Jason Momoa wants. He goes, oh, by the way, here's the information you want. Jason Momoa says, can I keep this? He goes, no, takes it back.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So I thought maybe that, okay, he's giving them a red herring or something, and that's going to get them into trouble, and they're going to set them up, and they're going to get captured later on. Not the case.
No, but not until they've had a chance to look
again,
at
it's
it.
one of the things that made me think that Stephen Root
Right?
was in on it. Excuse me. And I was very happy when it didn't turn out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It. What I liked about his police character is that
Yeah.
he kind of says to himself, I think, the corruption goes both ways.
Yep.
He generally speaking has been turning a blind eye to some of the gang activity just because he doesn't have the probably the people power to arrest every single gang member in Hawaii and get them all off the streets as much as he wants to. So he has to be a
Yep.
little kind of corrupt, if you will, and look the other way. Well, now he's trying to follow the rules,
Yeah.
but
I'm going to do
maybe
good by
he'll
doing
look the
bad.
other way
Yeah.
about giving, evidence over to someone who shouldn't have it,
Yeah.
even if it's just for a
Overall
short time.
thoughts, ratings?
Corruption goes both ways. I'm going to do good by breaking the rules instead of helping the bad guys. Exactly.
It does. It
Yeah, a
does.
lot
It
of fun.
does.
Like I'm talking like 7.5 really coiffed graying beards out of. So against that tan skin,
Yeah.
it stands out. The white,
Yeah.
the white. Yeah, it's. This is what I picture.
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons Santa Claus from Red One looked like when he was about 50. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
When he was coming up, when he was younger Santa,
Yeah.
like he was just getting into the groove. He didn't have the long beard yet. He had
Yeah.
he had the coiffed little short
Yeah.
beard.
I guess, hey,
Jacked,
this
of
was a
course,
lot of
because
fun. It
Simmons
was a
was
little
jacked in
long.
Red
It's
One,
2 hours.
as well. So he
I think
made
it's a
him look like
little
Dave
bit longer
Bautista
than it
when he was
needs to
first
be,
starting
but
out.
it does.
Like a Santa Origins movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 8.
Oh, just cut down that
Insults
helicopter
referencing The
crash. You'll
Rock
find
out of
it'll be
10.
really.
'Cause,
You'll be like, okay, this
the
feels like
guy
a
in the chair
properly,
there, when they're at the
length
party,
movie. Yeah,
he
proper
goes,
movie.
God, and stay away from each other. You look like The Rock cloned himself and had twins. Yeah, fucked himself and had twins. And to be honest, up until that point, I was thinking, this movie probably was offered to The
Yeah.
Rock, and they were going to digitally, he was going to dual role himself. You know what I mean?
Fucked
Like
himself
The
and had
Rock
twins.
and The Rock with a beard. Yeah, exactly. So it would have been like The Rock with
Yeah.
Rock and The Rock with a beard, or The Rock and Rock with a scar.
Yeah.
Long hair. Yeah.
Oh, you mean
Momoa hair.
like Van Damme in
And
Double
then they
Impact?
call it out, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
well, never mind. There you go. So
Yeah, or like long hair, Momoa hair on The Rock.
that wouldn't
with one,
surprise
and
me
then,
either, to be very honest.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, really, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if this was supposed to be The Rock and Momoa.
Yeah.
I'm sure one of the first castings. I mean, we saw it in Fast and the Furious. You have The Rock as a Hawaiian, that Samoan background coming home to roost, right?
I don't know about that.
He would have been a natural
but-
pick, and I'm guessing I would not be surprised to find out that, unfortunately, as good as he is in this,
he's Samoan.
that Batista was probably the second choice for that movie.
Natural enemies of the
For that role.
Hawaiians, but
Well, I mean, getting two Hawaiians
if
to
he
play
can
two
play,
Hawaiians
if he can play the guy from
seems
Moana,
like the
then
right
I guess
move
that
for a
should be fine.
studio to do these days. Samoan,
Maui.
okay, I won't do
Yeah, sure.
but similar
Sure.
regions.
Okay, well that's the Wrecking Crew. Official
Well, I'm just
Magic
saying a
Bean
little bit
counter
closer than
rating
Washington,
3.
D.C..
So at least we're setting a bar here. So
Yeah.
setting a bar. Next one we probably got coming up is probably going to be Scream 7. It's in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
I might try to go see Send Help. But Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die has also got my attention
Scream
too.
7.
So,
Oh yeah.
but anyway, you never know what we're going to see here. So, and I'm sure if we get another
yeah, that
trailer
looked
for
interesting.
He-Man, and if I can't avoid watching this, I don't
I'm
want to
not
see
sure
another
about that one.
trailer. I'm good. I'm going to go see it. You have my money.
Yeah.
I know how I can get tricked into things. So I think it's June or July. Got a while.
I'm good. Yeah. Yep. What's the date on that one again?
June 5th.
Yeah, so there's well, I mean, I like that they're going for blockbuster. They're going for the summertime, like right in the middle of the summer blockbuster kind of thing. And June 5th. I think that's a wise one. You're giving a couple other movies a chance to cool off. Like you got Star Wars just before that. So it's the first Star Wars movie we're going to have in 7 years. So there, what I mean, I'm expecting
I'm sure
that one to be
some would probably
decently
tell you that
attended.
they'd be happy
Star
to
Wars
do
fans, let's go.
Off of Disney Plus.
We get it. We want to keep
anyway.
Star Wars in the theater, not off of Disney Plus, but
all right. Well, that's going to about do it here.
Well.
Mark, thanks very much for coming out. We'll see you on the next episode of season 15.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Coming soon.
You're right. Yeah. No, you're right. Always a pleasure.